you're bullish on Brock Purdy.
Yes.
And you've made great arguments. We also agree that this is one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best. Hell of a roster. They were among the Super Bowl favorites when Jimmy Garoppolo was healthy. What do you think the realistic expectations for the Niners should be going forward with Brock?
That they can maybe lose one more time in the regular season. Other than that, I think they run the table. All he's got to do is just play the game. Just play the game. That's it. Next play. Throw it away from time to time. Don't get killed. Take care of the football. That's it. They're better than these teams on their schedule. And then as far as what does he need to do? I mean, maybe win a playoff game. I mean, after that, I think you're dealing with your third string quarterback, but I think a really talented player. I think realistic expectations are that you lose one more time in the regular season, you win one playoff game. And then after that, I think you got to be realistic that you're probably going to, I mean, Dallas right now looks like a monster. I mean, they're rushing the quarterback. They're scoring 50 points, 40 points, 50 points. I mean, they got a ton of rush. I think the Niners can run on them, but that's why that question about Mitchell or Kinlaw, Mitchell has to come back.
Yeah.
Mitchell, if they're going to have a chance, Mitchell has to come back.
It just feels like such a shame that we're saying, okay, let's lower their expectation to one win in the playoffs. Yeah, and I get it. You're down to your third string quarterback, but man,
that's
as far as another season derailed because you couldn't keep quarterbacks healthy? Really? Another season of a legit powerhouse roster that you shouldn't be able to even put together in the salary cap era doesn't get a championship when the rest of the league is mediocre as hell because you're down to your third string quarterback. Like, there's got to be a fix. It's year 6 of Kyle Shanahan, and he's still being like, how do I keep my quarterbacks healthy and my running backs? It's like, I'm not saying fire Kyle, but it's disheartening that another year of this awesome team is going to go to waste, potentially. It's too bad. Unless Brock Purdy can be the most inspirational rookie quarterback of all freaking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where the Niners are at right now. And that's why you're looking at Baker Mayfield. He's won a playoff game. What about Baker? Yeah, but what's left?
I think here's one thing I was trying to remind everybody. Shit changes fast in the NFL. It wasn't that long ago that if I said to you that the Eagles are the number 1 seed in the East with Jalen Hurts at quarterback, really? It wasn't that long ago that people weren't so hot on the Eagles or Jalen Hurts. So stuff changes fast. I'm just saying that you can't do it until you show that you can. I think I've got some questions whether Purdy can get it done, but I got questions about a bunch of quarterbacks in the NFL whether they can get it done.
We have questions about Lance too. I mean, you kidding?
I love Lance as a prospect, but I'll tell you right now, Grant, as a prospect, I'm having a hard time envisioning Trey Lance ever getting the 20 to 25 game ramp up that I think he needs to fulfill this potential that I see in him in this organization, with this fan base, with this coaching staff, with these
and this win now team. Yeah, I know. And that's what I said when they drafted him. I'm like,
when could it happen?
Yeah, his timeline and the Niners timeline are not the same.
They don't jive.
Never have been. It's tough. It's really tough for him. So, but what sucks is, and for the Niners is, okay, so what if you say, you know what? We gave up 3 first-round picks for Trey, but it's just he doesn't fit our timeline. We'll let him go somewhere else. What if he goes somewhere else and becomes everything you thought he would be? And you traded 3 first-round picks for him, never gave him a chance, and then sold low on him. You look so stupid. So you got to be careful.
Well, you got to win the Super Bowl.
And you don't know what you have in Lance. So you can't give up on him before you give him a chance to at least prove himself because you're already invested. You can't take that back.
Right. And I agree. They will look bad long term unless they win the Super Bowl in the process. If they win the Super Bowl in the process and he goes on and wins Super Bowl somewhere else, there'll still be plenty of second guessing. He's so raw and he needs so much time, and the fans are so impatient, and the team is so built to win now, and the ownership is, if they lose 2 in a row, Dr. John's at practice. I mean, everybody's tight as a drum until they get this Lombardi. I don't know. If they win the Lombardi, does that make it easier to give Trey a 20-game ramp up? If they, I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't today though. I cannot picture the 49ers
Here's what's going to happen.
Giving him what he needs to fulfill his potential without the fans losing it and the coaching staff losing it.
Here's what's going to happen. I agree. What's going to happen is they're probably not going to win the Super Bowl this year. They could, but they're probably not going to win the Super Bowl this year, and then they'll sign Tom Brady. And you know what? Say what you want about signing Tom Brady. He's washed. He's 46. He'll stay healthy. He'll be on the field for 17 games in the playoffs. And with this defense and these weapons, he doesn't need to be prime Tom Brady. They'll win the Super Bowl. I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's in Tampa Bay right now wishing he was here. Thinking, man, I could have just stayed retired and stayed married and Giselle wouldn't have left, but I'm in Tampa and I hate it here and it's humid and our team sucks. I think he wants to come here. I think he really regrets not working it out sooner. That's what I think.
I agree. But the question is, 46-year-old Tom
46.
Brady.
46-year-old Tom Brady will stay healthy.
Trey,
you know why?
Bringing Trey back, or are you trading Trey? How are you going to make Trey sit another year?
What's he going to do? Ask for, or what's he going to do?
Be unhappy?
He's going to say, I'm down to, he's going to be a good teammate and learn from Tom Brady.
But I mean, think about it from business standpoint. Let's say Purdy plays pretty well, but they don't win the Super Bowl and they bring in Tom Brady. Now you got Brady and Purdy. Wouldn't you just move Lance just to reclaim those picks and just kind of get down the road? I mean, you're not going to give him the job anytime soon.
I wouldn't, because
you're
selling low. You're selling low.
You are selling low, but I mean, my goodness.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying necessarily what they should do.
The finish line with Lance.
I think they're going to get Brady. I think they're going to get Brady next year.
And go to the finish with Lance.
Yes. They're too invested to give up with Lance now.
I mean, that's a ton of time to wait.
Yeah. But it's one thing to sit Lance behind Jimmy Garoppolo. It's another thing to sit him behind Tom Brady for 1 year.
No, I know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But as you said, they're not on the same.
It's a lot of quarterbacks.
As you said, they're not on the same timeline. They got to win now. Brady's available. He wants to come home. I don't see how you say no. I just don't see how you'd be like, hey, Tom, we're good. We have this other quarterback who has 4 career starts and has gotten hurt twice. We're good. Or no, we're going to bring back Jimmy, who always gets hurt. No, we're good. Or Brock Purdy, who has, 8 career starts. Thank you, Tom. We're totally set at quarterback over here. They can't say no to him twice. He can sign himself to this team.
I don't know that the 49ers can coach Trey Lance into the player that they need him to be.
Well, I think that's fair to wonder.